Wait, I gotta hit go live. Boom! We are off with another episode of Booze Your Daddy, the podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Alan Snyder, here with my boy, Piggin Caca Happy. It's Zach Elias. What's up, buddy?
Certainly am. Pig in Caca Happy. Hello. Hello, sports fans. How about those Mets?
Booze Your Daddy, the podcast. Tuesdays, we do it live. Saturdays, we post it later. Got a whole gaggle of episodes back there. If this is your first time, this is your last time, make sure you give us a good rating. Share the episode. And if you ever go for surgery...
The last time, I hope you're a Philly fan.
If you ever go for surgery, make sure when they're counting down 10, 9, tell them, wait a minute, I need you to listen to a podcast. It's called Booze Your Daddy because we like when people love us, but we love when people hate us.
When they're counting down, like if you're going to die or something, and you interrupt for that, you actually buy time because they don't get to 6 until you finish your thought. So you do buy some seconds.
Got a great episode planned for tonight. But before we get into it, Zach... And before we play my favorite game of Watch Zach Drink, can I tell you what I'm drinking?
Yeah, sure. Nothing.
As featured in the promo, it has been sitting in my closet for months.
It's waiting.
No, I did put it in the fridge, but I've had this one locked, loaded, ready to go. I will not be drinking the whole thing. To celebrate Oktoberfest, Ein, Zwei, Drei. It is
you gotta drink the whole thing.
Hofbrau, München, Hofbrau, Oktoberfest beer, the original brew of Bavaria Kings, 1589. How's your father?
I'll give you he's at the game tonight, so he's pretty happy, and I'll give you a München.
I have blankets everywhere because I've already released a little bit of the top of this, and it did not go well.
So, Lannister always pays his bets, huh? I got a lot of bets to pay. So, I have been a bit under the weather recently. Only cure for being under the weather is... you may want to be watching A Trip to the Doctor.
The Doctor.
But not that doctor. Dr. McGillicuddy's apple pie liqueur. I never knew this existed. I have to leave a touch in there because Jenna wants to taste it. You've had this one?
No, I got problems that I cannot get this thing open or out. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
Should I bottoms up or was this dead air?
Go ahead, buddy. Take a shot. Oh, it's like a plug? Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
How was enough in there? I don't know. Not so good. Now I got to cleanse the palate. Oh, that tastes... Oh, God. It tastes like apple picking, but like... it tastes like dirty apple picking. Now, to cleanse the palate...
What's that? Did you actually cleanse the palate?
Water. Yeah, because my second shot that I owe you in no time. Are you looking? What's your deal?
I can't get this open. I feel like I'm going to pull the thing out and I'm just going to be flowing beer everywhere.
Just fucking do it. All right. So, because one trip wasn't enough, a second trip to the old school doctor. Let's dance.
Oh my God. I am struggling. Emptying the keg, fold the tongue at the top, and then...
No kidding.
All right, well, I'm going to be working on this for a minute. Probably going to soak...
Okay, great. So now, that was 2 legs of Watch Zach Drink. Here's leg 3. So you're drinking a Hofbrauer and reading the instructions, because you're currently a word I'm not allowed to use in 2024.
Hold on. I think I got it.
Cool.
Oh my God, it's everywhere.
I heard it go everywhere. Julia!
Oh my God. You know what? It might be that might be my squirt.
Just go. Just sip it.
I did it, man.
Come on, muscle lips, lap it up.
All right, I'll figure this out. I have a little squirt. Release the keggin. There we go.
Great. So you're taking a sip ski while I am getting blotto, but whatever, we're celebrating, from the Southern Tier Brewing Company. Rule on, Pumpkin Imperial Ale at an 8.6. So on the... Here's your Headless Horseman or whatnot. So that's going to be me in about 12 seconds because I just took 2 of the Doctor and now an 8.5er. Happy Halloween.
Hey,
Happy October. The pennant shall rise.
The South will rise again, huh?
On the heels of the others, this is just rocking my world. It is a party in my mouth and everyone's invited except for people in Philly.
I don't know if I'm happy for you. Is that bad?
That I'm happy because of the Mets, or that I just took 2 shots of different doctors and then this thing. The apple pie wasn't awful.
I thought this would be way easier, and I've been waiting to drink all day, so I am very thirsty.
Yeah, well, I will be drunk as a skunk in no time. And thank you, Ron Katz. That was some exciting stuff.
Wow, this is terrible. Oh! I got more. Did you hear it? You didn't have to keep turning the thing around and around and around, right?
I don't know. You spin me round, round, baby, round, round.
What a fucking cush, am I right? That was I was really excited for this. I wish somebody could come help me. If only they weren't so sick in the other room. Episode 250. 250. Calling this one?
Ordering an escort? That's what we're doing to celebrate?
How do we not celebrate, Zach? This is a big day, man.
It's a big day, but ordering an escort? Who we, Lawrence Taylor? Have one sent to the room?
250 episodes. Mets are in an NLCS. Tell everybody what we're going to be talking about today.
The Mets? Eric Adams? Anything we want. Gaza? Whatever you want to do.
You're getting warmer. Well, today I want to order an escort, and I thought you and I could figure this out together.
I mean, don't you just go on Craigslist and call it a day?
Wait, what are you talking about?
Ordering an escort.
Zach, I hope I was the one who broke the news to you the other day, but the Jets firing Robert Saleh was terrible and really selfish of the Jets.
It wasn't you who broke it. I've got a friend who's like on it. Whenever a celeb dies, like within seconds of them dropping, he's on this thing. He literally, I don't think he works. We don't really know. He lives on Twitter. It's okay. Where does it pour from the bottom?
Yeah, like if I turn a little bit comes out. I'm not sure.
All right, I've seen you drink before. We get it. If you don't want,
I'm legitimately thirsty. The problem is turn it, I spin it around and around, and then nothing. Like I get like a little spritz, like as if I had a prostate issue and I go to pee and a little drip comes out.
Yeah, welcome to everyone else. Welcome to Ron Katz's world. It's fine though. Can we do this thing?
Oh, God damn it! I really was looking forward to this.
No, that happens.
I got a shtickle in here. I'll make it work, Zachy. I think the Jets were assholes. Here's why. How did they not fire him in England and then let him have a whole vacation out there? That was really selfish.
Fire him in England, no severance. Find your own way home. Fuck him. Fuck all of them. Fuck the whole team.
Who'd they do that to? Is it who's the college coach? Lane Kiffin.
They
didn't let him on the plane. Find your own way home.
Yep. Fuck him.
But reading through everything afterwards, I love that they had to get an escort to help Saleh out of the building because of everything.
Good. It's a time-honored tradition that they call security when you get fired. To watch you pack your desk.
You make X amount of dollars, you would assume you're going down like, okay, yeah, it happens. He actually got rowdy Tellez with them.
By the way, pack your desk. You could keep that playbook. Please bring that to wherever team hires you. I mean, it's been the same playbook for the last 40 years. Run, pass, punt. You can have it. Most teams is this thick. Ours is like that.
Yeah, that's why I got to order an escort.
Yeah.
It's all there. All the dick jokes.
The whole life's one big dick joke. But
is there anything in this world other than your kid that they'd have to order an escort for you to leave the building?
One of those escorts?
No, dummy. We're talking about security.
Okay. Would they have to have security for me to leave the building?
Yeah.
Depends on what I get fired for.
It doesn't matter. You get fired from your job, and
I leave quietly.
Always, right? Because you're getting your 2 weeks, and you don't want to mess it up.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck the whole thing up. Is there anything other than like my kid that I would fight so hard that I would have to like have security called?
Yeah, something
to do with an airline. That's battle stations. That you can see me being dragged off by security, yelling. It is a world where that happens. Oh. But other than that, no. Just
same here.
That guy.
And I even thought when I was watching Yellowstone season 1, and there was a scene where they were restraining the kid, and Casey goes and punches the police in the face. I thought to myself, like, that's a
out of your mind.
Yeah, who punches police? And then I thought to myself,
because there's a world where they also could shoot you. Just You punch a cop in the face and you get shot. You're not there to tell your end of it. It probably goes away, especially out there.
It's true. So anyway, solid getting an Escort out of it. When does he have a job?
Next season as a DC, if he wants, or he goes to TV. A job?
No.
Like a real job.
When is he coaching a team, not at a DC? But they bring him as this season he won't be on the 49ers, you're saying?
No, he might get a DC job somewhere or some coaching job.
Yeah,
but as a head coach, this season, this season he gets something.
Okay, so that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, head coach probably never again. But goddamn, Todd Bowles somehow got a job. So the team's not bad either.
Texted Chi. I said, "What are you going to do now?" He said, "Bring Gase back."
Yeah, he loves all the coaching. No, he is so diehard for that. Like, bring Gase back. That guy's setting pins in a bowling alley.
Zach, feeling quirky? Let's get jerky.
Yeah, it was a slow news week, which I think means what?
Always is with you.
Oh, please. I've usually got topics for days. Slow news week usually means like real stuff happening in the world. I'm not going to talk about Gaza or like presidential stuff or a hurricane that's pummeling Florida because we're supposed to make you feel good and happy and funny.
Are we?
I don't know what we do. Enough with you playing with you diddling over there.
I'm
Shake it more than twice you're playing with it.
I legit want beer. This is not
so every time get a beer. Go get a Bud Light. You want that beer.
I want this beer. And every time I turn it and pull it a little bit, I get a little squirt.
You know what? Pull an Al Pacino. Al Pacino quits drinking after blackouts affect his memory. Al Pacino gives up booze at age 84. What a quitter.
Isn't he also... No, he's not 84. Didn't we just do this? He's like... Oh, no, he is in his 80s.
Yes. Scammers tried to steal Graceland. Here's how to make sure you don't get your home stolen. How the hell do you steal a house? Didn't read the full article, but fans gather outside Graceland to pay their respects to Lisa Marie Presley last year, and then there's scammers who tried to claim her estate and steal Graceland. That's a balls move.
I think I saw this because she owed a ton of money or something, I believe.
Something like that, yeah.
Good for her.
You saw the guy get taken out by a cheerleader last game, the linebacker, right?
Dummy, I told you about it.
I said you saw. Are you even here? You're not. I'm going to Mars.
I said
I can say anything to you.
Oh, by the way, my friend, you don't want to play this game. I double task for a living. So, anyhow.
Cool. Well, you're not there. Anyway.
But I told you about it.
I know. I said you said that. This is a hold my beer. Did you two have with Zerline and the cheerleaders?
Oh,
well, Jets kicker Greg Zerline
laser focus
warming up. Yeah. So the cheerleaders come out and they do their formation, and he's like in the zone. He kicks a field goal and really almost takes one of their heads off. It was pretty close to inches from just killing some poor woman.
Did he he hit the field goal though, right?
He hit the field goal in that thing he did, yeah. The games. Bronx DA chief fired for pushing subordinates to vote for her in the Fab Over 40 contest.
Fresh off the boat?
So, what? Fob? She got fired for making her subordinates vote for her for being like a Fab Over 40, for like a smoke show for a DA. I mean, how long until Georgia's taking a run at her? Hey, he's a DA and single.
Santos?
What?
Santos?
Him too, but I think he swings for the other team. But yeah, forcing your people to vote for you for being sexy, that seems a little thirsty. A little try hard.
So, as am I right now, but every time I go back I try to fix the keg, I get yelled at.
In your state, NJ judge suspended for TikTok videos where he mouthed sexy and explicit lyrics in judicial robes or half naked.
Oh, you had me up until half naked because I was thinking, not professional, but you shouldn't be suspended.
Half naked, Barron County Superior Court Judge Gary Wilcox.
Which half?
They didn't say. I hope he's wearing sock garters. That's always a classy look. How long would it take you, not on Amazon, to go to a store and find sock garters?
I think I know. Well, I'd go.
That's the guy. Smoke show.
I totally forgot about this, but we were at a mall recently and went into Spencer's Gifts with some.
No. You think they have sock garters?
Zach, we got halfway to the store, and next, it was just dildos everywhere. It was. There was so much sex stuff there, and a lot of it was the like, oh, okay, I didn't know they had this there.
So it's become a dildo store?
It's half. It's a half. Half of it is tie-dye black lights. Half of it is risque, and then the other half, and I know I'm up to 150%, is just not even X. It's NC-17.
So if I was to get a dildo, I'm not sure Spencer's would be my spot. I think if I'm going to stick something in the holiest of holies, I would go with the most high-end one they have. Something that like I know is going to be clean and perfect, like sterling silver. Like, does Tiffany sell dildos? I would hope so.
If they did, it would come Robin's Egg Blue. I know that.
Yeah, the bag would be. That's
a great idea.
Butt plugs and dildos is Tiffany's new bailiwick. Come on, they can make a fortune.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Oh, and yeah, hi, Mom, and hi, Marlene, and hi, Ron Katz. The gang's all here. That's a hot tub party.
Egg drop soup.
Ew. Yeah. Speed Eater inhales record-breaking amount of hot sauce in seconds, and this is what happened. Quote,
diarrhea.
Burnt butt. That's the guy. Speed Eater record. Culinary daredevil blazed through new Guinness World Record, devouring over 2 pounds of hot sauce in 3 minutes.
2 pounds is 2 bottles, so it's 16 ounces times 2, right?
Yeah.
Ew.
That's a lot of hot sauce, man. 32 ounces.
I'm getting the heebie-jeebies in here just thinking about that.
That's not good.
Nah.
So, Elon Musk's Starlink charges Hurricane Helene survivors $400 for, quote, free internet. That is the biggest scam I have ever heard since an all-inclusive promised me free golf.
Never.
When it was all the pesos.
Never going to hear it.
And no pillow menu either. At a wedding I went to in Mexico. But I didn't get shot by jet ski assassins, so that was a plus.
You didn't sink my submarine, but you know every time I repost these videos, I have to put like a little blurb. It is back with the Jets ski assassin.
Ooh, that's all I got. Slow news week.
You don't hate it. Jets ski?
I don't. Jet ski assassin is just pretty good. Jets just a dumpster fire. Why can't they ever get this thing right?
Hey, Zach, what you watching?
Well, we've almost finished season 1 of Industry. I think I'm supposed to like it. Like, it's good.
I told you. It's
good. It's good. I think it's well written, but who's that horny at work? They're all stupid. I have never been in an office where I've even heard of people stooping like that much.
They're not done yet, too. It gets weird with all
I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
Have you ever worked in any place where there's that much sex? Maybe 2 people make out in an office I've worked at. Maybe. No. Or get married, God for fucking bid. They're all kinds of in bed with each other, and they're dirty, too. And come on, man. No, who's that horny at work?
How hot is that one? The brunette?
The Lebanese? Yeah, smoke show with it.
Lebanese?
Something like that. She's some sort of Persian.
Oh, yeah. I think she's half something. But yeah, 12.
Sure, yeah. She's hot. You know who's sneaky hot? The older drunk lady in season 1. I don't know if she comes back, but with the money. Yeah. Sneaky, like, creepy hot. Oh, yeah.
She's a little tranny, though, to me. There's a little bit of that in her. Then
a little Bruce Jenner. Yeah, I could see that.
That's exactly what it was. I watched something that had Caitlyn Jenner. Don't dead name. We don't do that here. She reminds me a lot of Caitlyn
Definition
Jenner.
of a man in the 70s. Yeah. So I'm watching that. And what else am I watching? Well, I'm watching a lot of baseball. And you think this shirt looks ridiculous? There's a reason for that. It is from 1991. They needed the lecture power for it last night, so I wore this. Then they were losing today, and I put it on, and they came back. So this is going to be unwashed and worn for a long time, I hope.
We ended up...
You're snapping in half by the end, man.
We ended up at a mall this past weekend in a different trip where they had a store that had all this vintage sports shirts, kind of like the one you're wearing. Everything was used. T-shirts were $55. Any type of jersey was at least in the high double digits. And they had starter jackets and other nice stuff for hundreds of dollars. If they spent more than $3 per item at this store, it was a lot. And they're just reselling.
Where was the store?
In Freehold, New Jersey. I forget the name. What are you touching?
Zelda keeps popping the thing. You don't even want to know what's going below me. You hate this cat.
A lot. In Freehold, New Jersey, there's this store, which I assume they're doing a lot of online business because I went online and like just looked on eBay, but they had the old mesh Alonzo Mourning Charlotte Hornets. I'm like, this is sweet. What's the number? $45. I walk out of there, right? I think it was like $9,500.
Zelda, go fuck away. That's insane.
Right,
9,500. All right, calm down.
Not 9,500 ass, $95. It had shirts like that with way more wear in it that I was like, oh, this would be.
This just had a lot of wear. It's like soft because they made shirts better back then.
Way more than that. Way more. They had all types of like weird, like New England Patriots 2004 AFC champion sweatshirt. I'm like, that's stupid.
As much as I hate the Patriots, their 3-corner hat with the guy with the ball snapping, great logo. With the Minuteman, it's a great logo. With the old Oilers logo too. Yeah. So send me this store because I will spend all the money in this world with that. Like, take my money. What do you got from the old Mets?
What am I watching?
Yeah.
Well, not really anything because I have a sick patient here at home recovering. But what has she been watching? Have you ever heard of this stupid ass show called Love Is Blind? I think I've been talking about.
Oh yeah, with like the blind people or the crippled people or something like that.
That would be so much better. It is normal people who are on a side of a wall where the men hang out, the women hang out, and then they put each one of them in kind of in a room where
sounds like Temple.
They can talk to each other but can't see each other, and they have to fall in love. I sat there today with Julia just to make sure she was okay, and after 20 minutes, turned to her and I said, "You are yellow trash." Like, this is some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
You can't say that, can you?
I think I can say it. I think you can't say it.
What can I call Jenna then? Like Jersey trash or Jewy trash?
Yeah, Jewy trash.
Okay.
Yeah. But Zach, these shows, and I turned around and go, have you watched this before? She's like 7 seasons. And the UK version. It's so
By the
bad.
way, Love Is Blind with blind people falling in love is a knockout. That's a hit. Where they just have to feel each other's faces and like feel the wrists, as I learned from Ray. We could write it. It doesn't take much.
I bet you it's been done just because I think we had an idea recently about having people that were overweight get together, and it was called like Love Is More or something like that. And
Mission Impossible.
Your mission.
Figure it out.
Walk up these stairs.
You got to get smoke show blind people. Like some guy with like a 12-pack so she can just, it's like reading Braille on his stomach. Yeah.
Oh, God.
That would be a great show.
Now, I was thinking about this for me. Zach, is there anything that I do or watch that you feel the way that I do about Love Is Blind?
Yeah, any of those Bachelorette, Golden Bachelors, any of that like rose stuff.
Not by choice. That's all variations of being married.
There's no way to be forced to watch something. This is America. You have free will. This isn't Roots.
Nope, not touching it. And moving on.
Right. So you can watch like the Orioles game in another room, but you choose to watch the Golden Bachelor. Oh, they're not playing these days, but in general.
I can't make this a Pishadoo, so I'm going to call this my Show Me Your Rhythm. By far the best thing I saw on the internet this past week is the Tahoe Knights Monsters, which I'm not sure how all that works. Obviously, they're out of Nevada, and they're probably a feeder for the Golden Knights. They are sponsored by Harrah's. Center ice is a roulette wheel. Like on the actual painted ice, the center ice circle.
Yeah.
It's the best thing I've ever seen.
Can you bet on it?
I wish you could. It doesn't.
Too soon, Ron Katz? I don't know what all that.
It doesn't spin, but it's just painted on. Why don't people lean into crap like this all over? Because hockey is the one sport that's still lagging behind. MLB now looks like a goddamn NASCAR. Make cool shit in hockey.
They should spin, and like fans should be able to bet on it, like for seat upgrades or cool, like a jersey, like the 50-50 raffle.
That's not bad. If you would need an overhead projector to do that.
That spins. It's not rocket science. I've seen it every disco since the 70s. It's not hard to do.
I got 2.
Ron Katz got kicked out of 354, I'm sure.
2 Hippanonymouses for today. First one's quick. I had a new patient today that I just saw once. I won't say much other than she has an amputation of part of her leg, and her name is Eileen.
Oh, get the hell out of here. Come on.
Can't make it up. And I just had to sit there the whole time. I swear to you, I was biting my tongue. It was too good.
She didn't lean in.
I think she did.
I can Hippanonymous in theory too, because I'm not a doctor. There were years ago, there was a shark attack victim, and she rented an apartment from us. She had one leg. She had jokes for days. Hop in closet, like short. She had so many leg jokes. They lean in.
Okay. The other one, I'm working with.
Mine's better than yours.
Working with this really nice lady who she's probably in her late 60s now, and everything she does and says, she's kind of turns to me. She's like, I'm hip. I used to hang out back in the day. I'm not old. I used to be cool once too, which maybe she was, maybe she wasn't. And she tries to use all this slang with me. And hey, man, whatever pays the bills, say what you want to say. So we start talking about our families around the holidays. She tells me about her husband's sister and how she's not very fond of her. And I said, "Oh, well, that's not great." She goes, "She can suck shit."
Ew!
I thought I saw that. Zach, I've never heard somebody say suck. I turned. I said,
"Suck shit."
Her response to me saying, "Is that a real phrase?" She goes, "Oh, you don't think I know all the cool phrases?" I'm like, "Who's ever said
that's the coolest phrase?" I'm using it tomorrow. I cannot wait to use that tomorrow.
Ready for why she hates this person? She can suck shit because her sister-in-law's husband, at a funeral for her husband's father, it was raining, and halfway through the eulogy at the gravesite, the guy turned to him, interrupted him, and said, "Can you speed this up? I'm getting wet."
Love him.
You like the interrupter at a eulogy?
No, but you got to bring an umbrella though. You got to supply them. There should be funeral umbrellas, like at bar mitzvahs with the yarmulke, funeral of Eileen somebody or so.
No, it wasn't.
And it's in the umbrella, and you get to keep it. Suck shit is good though. I'm using that tomorrow.
I wrote that down. I was like, "Suck! You can suck some shit." Like, what?
That's so good. It's so graphic. It's so descriptive. It's poetry.
Pishadoo of the week. I got 13 candidates. Let's fly through these.
Flying with 13.
Watching the METS today, I saw there was a Philly fan in the front row, and why he had a towel, I don't know. It wasn't super rainy. He wasn't super sweaty, but he had a towel draped over his head. It was like the fifth or sixth inning. One, can I call him a towel head? And two, why?
You cannot.
Maybe
you just did. I don't know why one brings their own towel, like they're John Chaney or Jerry Tarkanian, just like towel around your neck, like ready to kill somebody.
I think it was a Philly one that he brought to Terrible Towel, but he just at one point put it on his head. Is that I don't want to hold this? I don't want to pocket.
You mean a Philly one of these? It's upside down.
Upside down. There it is.
So yeah. I don't know why somebody would look like this. Look a schmata on your head. You look like an idiot, like I do right now.
I've been to a baseball game with
still playing.
My bald uncle Steven went to a baseball game. He took a towel.
Bald uncle?
My bunkle, which I guess I'm also a bunkle. He put it on his head, and I got it. You don't want to get sunburned, and it also helped to keep him cool. But this kid doing it in the rain, I didn't understand.
It kept him cool.
Really,
he's the coolest.
Zach, you brought up John Amos last week, who passed away, and obviously R.I.P. Did you see the post that some chick made for him the day or two after he died? What's rule number one of prostitution? You don't pay for them to stay. You pay for them
to go
and keep their mouths shut.
He was an escort guy. Good for him.
It was a really weird one, but I saw this post. This girl, I'm going to read it for R.I.P. to a legend, John Amos. Remember, I barely put this bleep on you so good this day you could barely move, and it's him and her in a picture. She tweeted this out.
So she's an escort, which is illegal. Can the cops pick her up? I hope she gets arrested.
Judging by the way they look and the background, this does not look like America, man. Yeah.
Well, what happens in Jamaica?
Yeah, baby. All right. Michigan fan went on a whole rant online, and Michigan played Washington last week, and he said, "We're going to kill you. If we don't, I'll eat my poop." Guess what? Michigan lost, and this guy is now reneging on the bet.
No, he's got to do the bet.
Yeah, target.
Got to do it. Pay your bets. Oh, speaking of college football, I should have had this in my whatever Quirkies. I don't love generally when you pull down the goalposts, but I loved when they brought it to the Alabama game. When they brought it to the river and threw it in, fantastic.
It's good.
This past through town.
I'd like to think I'm a smart sports fan, and I will give you the credit as well. This past weekend, did you see the touchdown that was disallowed in the New England game when the guy got Polk jumps up in the air, so he's now facing the quarterback, foot down, catches, second toe down, inbounds, steps out. That's it. So it's not a touchdown. It has to be heel toe or toe heel, whatever the fucking rule is. If you're faced the other way, it doesn't count. It's not a catch.
I don't know. What a catch is so random. What a catch truly is what my eyes tell me.
It was a catch.
Not what their eyes tell me, what my eyes tell me. They should all call me.
He basically, if he was turning the other way or to the side, it's a touchdown. But because he was facing, he had both feet in. It was as clear as day.
There are so many arbitrary rules, and not for nothing. The 4 best refs around are now on TV telling you why their current ref is wrong. Well, why don't you get your ass out there and do it right?
I have a lot of patients that don't watch football, generally because they don't understand it. And the first thing I tell them is, I can make this make sense to you. Just start with, they go that way, they go that way. Forget about 8,000 other rules. And they go, really? I go, most of the time it doesn't matter. And they go, oh, that sounds pretty easy. Then I explain how you get a first down, and that's it. That's the whole fucking game.
Yeah, it's not hard.
It's really not that hard. Next candidate. Have you been following anything with the Dodgers and the Padres and the fans and Machado and everybody just being really unhappy?
Yappy.
So there's a lot more videos online these days of all the fans arguing. I did see a fan wearing a LA Dodgers 24.
Did you see the Tatis home run yesterday? Woof. Did he crush that thing?
There was a fan at the Dodgers game wearing a 24 Bryant jersey. So it's the crossover. That's stupid, right?
You want him to wear 8? What do you care?
Oh, no, not the number. That he didn't play for the team. That's really stupid. He doesn't. It's not the right sport.
Oh, Dodgers Bryant jersey.
Oh, you'll hear it on the second time back. He was
wearing didn't
LA.
Say that.
I did. Kicking a dick. A Dodgers 24 Kobe Bryant jersey.
All right. That's stupid.
Really stupid.
That's bothering me more now that I understand it.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
But only second to his pitcher, Mr. Walker Buehler,
who sucked this year.
Well, he's had 2 Tommy Johns. He's pretty much done. His career.
Yeah, well, he's on my fantasy team, and so that was done too.
$100,000 watch walking through whatever part of California got robbed. Guy came up, robbed it off his hand. You know, they say if you have to ask the price of something, you can't afford it. Well, if you're worried about the cost of something being stolen from you, you shouldn't be walking around with it.
Why was he in a bad neighborhood?
Why were you ever walking with a $100,000 watch, which probably is a lot of money to him?
Yeah, he's probably making a couple mil, but that's still a good amount of money to have on your wrist.
It's insured, I'm assuming, or is he not smart enough to do that?
I don't know. I've got a pretty good watch. I don't think it's insured.
You'll be okay.
Why? Because I don't walk through bad neighborhoods?
Yeah. Yes. The Heights. I saw they've been 181. They spray painted a pro-Palestine thing.
Yeah, I don't like that senator, that congressman, though. So I don't know what?
Was it you?
No, I'm not pro-Palestine either. I'm against both of them. I've thought of running for that seat.
I vote for you.
Cool. That's one of us. No one else in this house might. He's an AOC acolyte.
Next candidate. Mountain Dew, realizing they need to rebrand. They're adding the mountains back to the cans. I didn't know.
They took them away?
Yeah, I guess so. When's the last time you had a Mountain Dew?
It's melon soda. It's so bad. Maybe I can count on one hand I've ever had in my life. They're bad. You liked it? You were a Dew guy?
They Code Red Mountain Dew came out.
It's poison.
It came out, I think, the year I went to college, and they put it in the dining hall. And because we were Maryland and they sponsor was like Code Red Maryland, I drank a lot of Code Red.
That stuff is poison. You've got 12 years to live. Enjoy them.
Did you order that Code Red? Did you order that Code Red?
You fucked with the goddamn wrong. You fucked with the wrong Marine.
All right, let's get to the good stuff.
Goddamn right I did.
Did you hear they're raising the ticket price for a Mega Millions ticket now? How much is a Mega Millions ticket?
$1.
Okay, no. It's $2, just so you know.
Oh, it is $2. I've played.
It's now going to be $5 a ticket. So there'll be more winners and bigger prizes, and they're changing the odds. I usually when the
odds are the odds. They pull your number or they don't.
Nah, somehow they're getting rid of it. They said your odds of winning something will be better, and when you win anything, it will be a bigger number. But for me, the amount of times I just buy a ticket for $2 because like everybody's talking about it.
Because it hits it. By the way, I only buy when it's a huge number because if it's 70 million, it's just too easy. It's stupid.
Doesn't change my life. Yeah, definitely. I want to be the big winner.
Yeah, the big guy. Big locker, but then I don't tell anyone. He's gone.
As I've said, if I was kidnapped tonight or won the lottery, you would not know the difference. You would see as much of me as you always did.
First thing you do.
Hey, babe, how you doing in there? Everything's okay?
Golf in Greenland for me. It's like the old Rodney bit. Guy comes home and says to his wife, pack your bags, we won the lottery. She goes, where are we going? He goes, I don't care, just pack and get out. It was the best.
Anyway, $5 Mega Millions, I don't get it. Next one, Tyrese Halliburton.
Well, wait, so is Powerball still going to be 2?
Same shit, Zach.
But they're not the same shit. So
one
both go up?
One of them is twice a week. The other one's 3 times a week.
Yeah, but it's not the same game.
So
they're both going up?
No, Powerball stays the same. It's the same shit. I think it's $2 3 times a week. Mega Millions, $5 twice a week.
I'm going to go on Powerball.
Okay. Who's Tyrese Halliburton?
He's a basketball player.
For the
Pacers.
Yeah. He's got his own shoe coming out by Puma for $250. I'm not a sneakerhead. They look like Asics made for an 80-year-old woman. Who the hell?
Are they as good as the Trump shoes? For free, which do you wear?
I'd pay money for the Trump shoes. I actually looked into the Trump shoes. I thought they were like $200-300, which I thought maybe by now I'll get them. They're $600.
Still?
Give
it a few months.
That's what I'm waiting for.
It might cool down. It might get hot. Show me the Halliburton shoes.
Okay. The Halliburton shoes, they're so ugly.
Asics.
Okay. I know what I said.
Those are really bad shoes. Ew.
Cool.
Why does he have his own shoe?
He's a star. He's very good.
He's not that good.
College freshman.
He's not that good.
College freshman Grace Glenn suspended, but she created an OnlyFans after flashing Charlie Kirk. I'm not sure who that is. I assume it's somebody.
Alias.
I watched the video. So the girl, for the record, is out of her mind hot, right? Oof. So the way she does this is she stands in line, she has her arms folded, and she asks a question. As she slowly starts pulling down her shirt, a nip pops out. It's blurred. You can't see anything. We need to start treating people like this like they're streakers at a baseball game. Just because this girl got out there. No, they need to stop showing people who accidentally have their tatas pop out because they're literally just doing it for the money to be famous.
They need to start showing people who intentionally flash people.
This was intentional. I'm telling you.
Yeah, then show more of her. Why don't people flash Bon Jovi anymore? Why has flashing become so faux pas? People used to flash because it's a Tuesday. They didn't need a reason.
Too much fupa equals not enough faux pas.
That's the pieces are there. We could workshop it.
I'm saying that
fupa is awful. Just all of it.
This girl who did this, it's just such blatant. I want to go viral, be famous, and go do this. Especially when it's just boobs. I don't get it.
No, you've got to flash and then do a shimmy. One little nip slip No, it's got to be shirt up and then hey, Sambora! That kind of thing.
The good ones. Costco made a ton of money last year by selling gold bars at whatever it was per ounce. They made something like $100 million extra on their bottom line.
Costco gold?
No, regular gold sold at Costco, and you're not getting a big discount on it anyway. Where would you buy a gold bar right now? Do you know a place? Because I don't, but Costco does.
A bar? A bar with a dancing lady on it? Like Italian Job style? I have no idea.
Well, you can get it at Costco. Or to make more money,
I'd probably go to a pawn shop and hope for the best.
They will now be selling platinum bars.
Cool. I melt my ring down and have them sell that because
$40,000 a kilogram.
What? How much is a kilogram?
2.2 pounds. Really?
I don't know these stuff. I'm not a doctor. So what's my ring worth? That's much. Platinum.
Probably like $800.
That's good money. That's a ticket to the.
I was going to say not to the Orioles.
That's a ticket to a game I'm not going to.
All right, silver medal. Republican, I believe. It said New York Congressman. I forget his name. I could look this up. Zach, this happened, I think, minutes after our last episode. But this idiot, Mike Lawler, got caught.
Republican.
Pictures a couple years ago doing blackface. Wait for it, as Michael Jackson.
Phenomenal.
Okay.
Wait, he did it a few years ago, or he did it like when he was in college?
Okay, let's go with college. This guy can't be more than 45, 50 years old. If you're going to do blackface and you told me you're doing Michael Jackson, wouldn't you want to go whiteface for that?
It's more like light tan face, but yeah.
He was so white. Anytime you're going to do anything relevant, maybe Thriller, you go a little tannish. But
like Jackson 5.
He would have been no. There's no way this guy was Jackson 5 with.
You could have gone to 7-year-old Michael Jackson.
That's more of a problem. That's where I'm going with this. If he really wanted to be the black Michael Jackson, Michael Blackson, if you will,
I will not.
Isn't he just a pedophile dressing up as a little kid? That's kind of weird.
I mean, none of it's good. College 06. Ron Katz with a fact check. He is the best. He's the best in the business.
He's pretty great.
He is great. None of it's very good. It's really bad. Pictures.
But I have a gold medalist.
Oh, good.
Let's take this to 30,000 feet because I know how you like it.
I love anything airplane related.
Airplane. Qantas is the name
of the
airline?
Yeah, never crashed. Never flight Qantas. Did you watch Rain Man? Gotta fly Qantas.
Going from Sydney to Tokyo or Tokyo to Sydney. Accidentally had every screen in the plane at the same time playing a R-rated movie for everybody.
What movie?
Daddy-O, which makes
it even Daddy-O.
Boozer Daddy-O coming live.
Speaking of Daddy-O, I saw in the industry there was a Santa shirt that said Daddy Claus. Now you must have that shirt at home.
Not yet, but it'll be on my
Daddy Claus is just outstanding. So wait, what is Daddy-O?
Profanity, nudity, everything on a plane.
Penetration?
You could not adjust. I think it was rated R. There was no changing or anything. You were stuck watching with this. So you're there. Have you never been on a flight watching a movie and then a boob tops out? You're like, oh, are there little kids around?
Yeah, I felt like I watched Caddyshack once. I got nervous. Yeah, so every screen has this?
Everyone.
That's terrific. People, by the way, people in Australia are tougher. But like kids should get to know this stuff. I watched RoboCop when I was like 7. And that's why I am the way I am.
Philly towelhead John Amos Hooer spills the beans. Michigan fan doesn't want to eat the poop. He said he would. There's a toe heel rule, which is not the same. Guy in LA Dodgers jersey wearing Kobe's number and name.
Dad.
Walker Bueller, $100,000 watch got mugged. Mountain Dew adding the Mountains Mega Millions $5 tickets, not 2 anymore. Tyrese Halliburton's Pumas, although they look like Asics. College freshman shows her tit so she can go famous. Costco now selling platinum. New York congressman doing blackface Michael Jackson. And Qantas flight shows everybody the daddy-o.
Because you need to pay your bets, as I did, eat the shit. Whatever. Eat the shit, eat the rat, the whole bit. Just eat it. Like, as Weird Al would say about Michael, like, just eat it. He's touring next year, Weird Al. Should we go?
No.
But no, you got to eat your shit. If you did it, you don't have to like take a slice, just a little stickle of shit, but you got to eat shit.
Boozer Daddy the podcast. Thanks for listening to tonight's episode. We had fun. We're going to keep doing this. Zach, don't know if you're fasting, but you do want some props. Takia!
Tabarim!
We out.
Good. That's pretty well. Way to blow the shofar.